Today we're going to cover on my channel what can go wrong with microgreens and growing regular vegetables like lettuce. Well, some things look pretty good. I've got my lettuce. This is the cracking method, and they're growing great. I think they're getting big. They look good. They look healthy. I did go through a period of lacking water for those. However, we have some other experiments that I've tried. This one, for example, I have a cloth on the one side and paper towel on the other, and it got dry for a little bit. The cloth does a great job of keeping the water, but the paper towel does not, and so those pretty much died. And they look pretty pathetic overall because they really weren't planted with a lot of, not enough density. So that's what you get there. Now this is a good success. What's interesting, I planted all of them. I started out in this tray and then transplanted them. I will not do that in the future. I'll probably just start them right in the cup. And these are the first ones that had the initial growth, a lot of growth. And they have some great root structures on some of them anyway. That's not bad. But there are, where are they? Some of these just got some big roots hanging down. Not that great. But let's see. Let's take a look at this one. This is a good one right here. Look at the root structure on that. Still, it's not that great. It's okay. This is pretty epic failure. I'm not exactly sure what happened. This is arugula. And it does taste like arugula, but it just never took off and went to seed. I have a little flower, so that's interesting. I'll have to figure out what I did with this one. I did everything I thought right, but it just never took off. All right, this is another epic fail. I'm not exactly sure what happened here. It's called Guess Which Plant This Is. You can actually tell, come all the way down to the corner. Had a little bit of success, 3 or 4 leaves of cilantro. But it just never took off and dried up, browned. I don't know why. So I've got to go investigate that one. That's going to be interesting. And here's another epic fail. These are broccoli sprouts that I have successfully grown in the past. I think what happened is there's too much water and they spent too much time in blackout and basically too much mold. So am I growing mold or broccoli sprouts? I'm not sure which on this one. So that'll be another redo. And last but not least, pea sprouts. My last grow, these were my golden child. They did great. They lasted probably 2 months. Grew well, developed into great sprouts. But these, I think the same pattern happened. I think they got overwatered and spent too much time in blackout. And I'm growing more mold here than I am pea sprouts. So take 2 on this one again. And this is a case of what can go right and wrong, actually. So these are just grown from little cuts of onions and planted in water till they sprouted roots, and then they were transplanted into used coconut coir. And I make sure they have plenty of water. These actually jumped off the shelf, fell on the floor, and I had to replant them again. That's why some of the tops are broken. But they've recovered well and are doing great. So far, I really like using this method. It's pretty simple and pretty easy to get at least double your onions at this point.